emotional today because, you know, I've seen so many things in the last 9 months, so many changes in what we call Australian culture. We're not divvy-dobbers in this culture.
No, we're not.
We're not criminals in this culture. Our police officers are kind in this culture. They're decent in this culture. So you need to be decent because that's the Australian way. That's the Australian way. I'm a migrant in this country and we immigrated from Lebanon. And I love my country. I love both my countries, Lebanon and Australia. But what I saw in Lebanon was the degradation of people's love for each other because they allowed governments and they allowed foreigners to destroy their relationships. But we must not do that in this country. We must not allow that to happen. And it's you. It's the police officers. It's the army. It's the nurses. It's the doctors. It's the front lines that are being used and manipulated by our governments to turn us against each other. We must not be turned. We must not be turned against each other. We must love each other. Because it's simple. It's about love at the end of the day. It's about what I want for myself. I want for my brother and sister. We are doing a lot of work. In the last 9 months, we're doing a lot of work in my law firm. You know, I was one person 9 months ago. But of course I wanted to unite people. I've been representing a lot of people in this country. Whistleblowers and people who are attacked by government and bureaucracies. And I've seen the degradation and the corruption of our bureaucrats and our politicians. And I don't want to stand there and say that's okay, or that's the way it is. When people tell you, well, that's the way it is. Well, no, it's not the way it is, and it's not the way that it will be. Now my law firm is growing and we're getting more people, and it's been my heartache to see the legal profession, the corrupt legal profession in this country, the corrupt judges in this country. The corruption has to stop. They should not be promoted if they're corrupt. And let every police officer and judge and doctor and nurses know that if you are corrupt, you will be answerable. So don't make those choices. Don't make those choices. So in our law firm now, we're providing a platform for whistleblowers that are the most important thing in this country. People who dare to speak out. So these police officers that want to speak out, we're going to provide them a platform. It's called Cops for COVID Truth. And I can guarantee you that more cops are coming every day to speak out against the bully boy and girl culture that is infested in the police force. You don't have to be a bully girl. You don't have to be a bully boy. You can make the choice not to be. So make it.
But we've got the Charter of Human Rights and Responsibilities. Now, all our rights have been breached. The supreme law of this land, importantly, has been breached. Our federal and our Commonwealth law has not been adhered to. Now, we've got a Charter of Human Rights and Responsibilities. We've got Section 12, we've got Section 15, 18. They all cover freedom of expression, freedom of movement, peaceful gatherings are allowed. We need to, I don't know, I guess a lot of you are aware, I've gone into a couple of different jurisdictions because I lost faith within our court system and our law. But since reading a little bit of case law, my faith has been restored because I've recognised that Chief Justices are actually, as they are adjudicating the courts, are actually giving very good information as to how to win the cases. It's simply the corruption with our solicitors, barristers, etc., that they are failing to get the cases over the line. So I want to draw everyone's attention to what we have been put under has gone under the Biosecurity Act, which is a federal act. Now, all of this rubbish with quarantine, border closure, everything to do with it, masks, none of it is lawful at all. So the Biosecurity Act is a federal act. The Public Health and Wellbeing Act, under which all of our fines have been put under the Chief Health Officer's directives, is a state act. Now, it comes under federal. It is null, void and invalid and is inconsistent with our Constitution. Section 5123A of our Constitution is regarding civil conscription. Nobody can be forced to have any kind of medical aid, directive or service. Everything requires consent and we are protected by our Constitution. So this is for everybody, including our police officers. Do not rely on your unions. You need to rely on the supreme law of this land. If you want a vaccine, that's fine. It's your choice. All I can advise people with vaccines is ask your doctor the ingredients in the vaccine. Then go through every single ingredient with him and ask him if is that safe to inject into my body. Now, they must give you this in writing by law. If they want to continue with the narrative that the vaccine is safe, you can then get the doctor to sign something making them accountable for giving you false information. You say, that's fine, doctor. If you think it's safe, you sign this bit of paper saying it's safe, because they are not indemnified. Vaccine companies are indemnified. That says something about it. They are not accountable for any poison they present. And spread this to anybody else who is considering getting vaccines, just for their own peace of mind. Ask for the ingredients and then present your doctor with that bit of paper saying, okay, mate, sign it, you're saying it's safe.
We're providing a platform to protect these whistleblowers. We're launching our class action with regards to the illegalities of what is happening in this country. You don't take people in hotels and put them in detention like you're quarantining them like they're sick. And you don't treat sick people like you've treated them. What is this? You don't have an idea of what science is. You've hijacked science. It's become scientism. It's evil! It's madness! You don't need to be wearing a mask! I can sneeze on you! I can cough on you! And you will fucking survive! You will survive. What happened? We all need a fucking mud bath! We all need to be rolling in mud for a change! That's how we are in Australian culture. We love to go out in nature and be out in the wild. And now everyone's cooped up. The sun is apparently meant to kill the coronavirus, and they're telling you to stay inside. No! And you do it! No! What the fuck? Stop! We need to stop. We need to rise together. We're doing the class action with regards to hotel detention, with regards to forced testing, with regards to forced vaccinating, with regards to stopping people going and seeing their loved ones in hospital. What is going on with the doctors and nurses? Nursing homes, of course. Residential aged care facilities that have had problems with elder abuse for a very long time. Now they've been able to be quarantined completely so more elder abuse occurs. This is wrong. Separating families from each other. people an influenza infection with a comorbidity with other diseases. And more people have died from not getting elective surgery. And these liars, these bureaucrats still stand up, trying to have some sort of decency with the public. And we're dealing with, as I said, hotel detention, vaccinations, restrictive behaviour of not seeing loved ones in residential aged care facilities and hospitals, testing, forced testing, which is an outrage. We're also doing the second action we're doing, which we'll be launching. It's called People for Safe Vaccines Limited. And we want you all to be members, because we are going to take the government, AstraZeneca and Pfizer to court. Okay? What they've told us 2 days ago in a response, TGA in a letter, or the reason why we're going light speed ahead with this vaccine is because it's highly infectious and life-threatening. Now, these morons at the government don't realise that they are contradicting themselves. Nick Coatsworth, the Australian Chief Medical Officer at federal government, has released a report that says it's not highly infectious. So what the fuck are you doing? And then you say it's life-threatening, and the causal fatality rate that you publish online on government websites says it's not. It's called insanity, it's madness. They're telling you something in your face and they're doing something exactly the opposite. This is gaslighting. This is abusive behaviour. This is not on, and we will call them out. And if these judges are going to be corrupt, we'll call the judges out. We'll keep calling all of them out until there's revolution on the streets. And if we need to shed blood for peace, then so be it. So be it. But we will do everything we can in our democracy to use the systems that they've built for us. They have built for us, but we will bring them down. We will bring them down. And we will recreate our own true systems. And we will recreate truths and realities and bring back our Aussie spirit that truly dictates what this country operates on and the values we all aspire for. And the last thing we're doing is please get behind our Cups for COVID Truth. We're also doing an APRA complaint against the most terrorist organisation in this country, APRA, the regulators of doctors and health practitioners. Thank you. Okay, and we're doing that, and we will. That has taken a little bit of a backdrop, but we will be dealing with that too. So please come on board. Look at it on our website. Join. It's only through you joining and coming along that we can really create these changes. Thank you.